Good day, I am Zemfred Magana from base MT1 and I am going to cite rule of collision regulation and explain the rule 15. We will start at rule 1, which states that the rules apply to all vessels upon the high seas and all waters connected to the high seas and navigable by seagoing vessels. Rule 2 covers the responsibility of the master, owner and crew to comply with the rules. Rule 3 includes definitions. Rule 4 says the section applies in any condition of visibility. Rule 5 requires that every vessel shall at all times maintain a proper lookout by sight and hearing as well as by all available means appropriate in the prevailing circumstances and conditions so as to make a full appraisal of the situation and of the risk of collision. Rule 6 deals with safe speed. The rule describes the factors which should be taken into account in determining safe speed. Several of these refer specifically to vessels equipped with radar. The importance of using all available means is further stressed in Rule 7, covering risk of collision, which warns that assumptions shall not be made on the basis of scanty information, especially scanty radar information. Rule 8 covers action to be taken to avoid collision. Rule 9 a vessel proceeding along the course of a narrow channel or fairway is obliged to keep as near to the outer limit of the channel or fairway which lies on her starboard side as is safe and practicable. Rule 10 states that ships crossing traffic lanes are required to do so as nearly as practicable at right angles to the general direction of traffic flow. Rule 11 says the section applies to vessels in sight of one another. Rule 12 states action to be taken when two sailing vessels are approaching one another. Rule 13 covers overtaking. The overtaking vessel should keep out of the way of the vessel being overtaken. Rule 14 deals with head-on situations. Crossing situations are covered by Rule 15, and action to be taken by the giveaway vessel is laid down in Rule 16. Rule 17 deals with the action of the stand-on vessel, including the provision that the stand-on vessel may take action to avoid collision by her maneuver alone as soon as it becomes apparent to her that the vessel required to keep out of the way is not taking appropriate action. Rule 18 deals with responsibilities between vessels and includes requirements for vessels which shall keep out of the way of others. Rule 19 states every vessel should proceed at a safe speed adapted to prevailing circumstances and restricted visibility. Rule 20 states rules concerning lights apply from sunset to sunrise. Rule 21 gives definitions. Rule 22 covers visibility of lights, indicating that lights should be visible at minimum range in nautical miles determined according to the type of vessel. Rule 23 covers lights to be carried by power-driven vessels underway. Rule 24 covers lights for vessels towing and pushing. Rule 25 covers light requirements for sailing vessels underway and vessels under oars. Rule 26 covers light requirements for fishing vessels. Rule 27 covers light requirements for vessels not under command or restricted in their ability to maneuver. Rule 28 covers light requirements for vessels constrained by their draught. Rule 29 covers light requirements for pilot vessels. Rule 30 covers light requirements for vessels anchored and aground. Rule 31 covers light requirements for seaplanes. Rule 32 gives definitions of whistle, short blast, and prolonged blast. Rule 33 says vessels 12 meters or more in length should carry a whistle and a bell, and vessels 100 meters or more in length should carry in addition a gong. Rule 34 covers maneuvering and warning signals using whistle or lights. Rule 35 covers sound signals to be used in restricted visibility. Rule 36 covers signals to be used to attract attention. Rule 37 covers distress signals. And lastly, Rule 38 says ships which comply with the 1960 collision regulations and were built or already under construction with the 1972 collision regulations entered into force may be exempted from some requirements for light and sound signals for specified periods. Next part is I'm going to discuss in the Rule 15, which is the crossing situation. This rule is sample in a crossing situation with risk of collision. If you have a vessel on your starboard side, you are the give-way vessel. In same situation, if you have a vessel on your port side, you are the stand-on vessel. Rule 15 governs crossing situations and states that when two power-driven vessels are crossing so as to involve risk of collision, the vessel which has the other on her own starboard side shall keep out of the way and shall, if the circumstances on the case admit, avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel.